Rise and shine. Good morning, y'all. Today's Friday, May 31st. Finally got my architect on the phone that I worked with 2 years ago. And he also expressed to me that there's all new codes. So I'm meeting with him today along with the plumber that I plan on hiring. That's the last piece of permit that I need to get completed, and then we can submit it to the town. So hopefully we're going to do that today, give him a deposit, sign the contract. And I'm also meeting with the framer. So the framer and the architect need to meet so they could speak each other's languages. The framer did tell me that some of the foundation is like cracked, the concrete, and he doesn't do that. He's a carpenter, so he only deals with the wood. So I would possibly need to hire a masonry, I think, someone that does something with concrete. So you know, the people who do the pavers and the concrete slabs and stuff like that, and I think they're called masons. So that is on the agenda for today. Last two years ago when I was working with this architect, it literally took him like 4 or 5 months to get back to me with my plans. So, and he's not the one actually doing the drawings. The guy that works for him that does the drawings has another job. So he was telling me that he's gonna talk to the framer, he's gonna let his drawing person know, since they have all of the documents in the archives on their computers already. And then hopefully this process doesn't take a long time, because I've been trying to get a hold of him for a few days now, and he finally answers after calling him a few times. You talk to the other guy, they're like, oh yeah, this one's coming, and then he doesn't show. So it's like a lot of phone tag, and you have to be persistent. You can't get upset because they are working on other jobs, and you just gotta be patient and wait your turn. So hopefully we accomplish a lot of that today. So the thing with the situation with the framer, he looked at the plans and he said, okay, according to the plans, this is how much wood we need to remove. It's gonna be like 90% of the house. And according to that, he quoted me $14,000. He quoted me $16,000, and I got him down to $14,000 cash. So then, even though I'm paying cash, I'm getting receipts for everything. They're signing notarized, like they're stamping their company stamp. So it's like all of this is documented, and I'm plugging everything into my little spreadsheet so I know where I'm at. The total budget for me for this entire house, I'm between $70,000 and $100,000. I really don't want to go over that. So these main things, of course, I'm gonna let the professionals do. You know, the framing, the plumbing, all those are big ticketed items. But once we get to the interior, like installing the cabinets, installing the doors, I got my guys in Harlem, you know, African handymen that I've been working with for years. They don't have a car, so I would go pick them up and drive them over. They'll probably spend the night, but at the end of the day, you save in thousands, okay? Like with the paint and stuff like that. So I'm trying to save the majority of the money there, but still use quality items. But so now I'm meeting with the framer and the architect, and the framer was explaining to me, like, I know your architect said we need to keep this back wall, but there's no way we can keep this back wall. Like, he's showing me the wall, he's like, it's all termite damage. And he says with termite damage, if you go and put new plywood on top of a termite affected piece of wood, that termite is just going to travel up and eat throughout the whole plywood. And honestly, I'm not the type to just put a band-aid on it. I want to remove everything. So I kept telling him, remove all the wood. I'm talking to the architect, he's gonna come, he's gonna update the plans, but in the process, just do your demolition so we could get somewhere, because my permits are still open, the demolition permits. So as soon as he's done, I gotta call the town, schedule an appointment for them to go take a look at it, and them to approve it, close that permit, and then we still have this package that we still have to deposit, y'all. So we are like 2-3 weeks in, and we still haven't even submitted the permits. So that's going on, and he was just like, no, I don't think you understand, like, if I do. And he was like, well, if I remove all the framework, are you gonna call the plumber? They need to come shut off the gas or something. Are you gonna call the electrician, because he needs to come and remove the electrical box and all that? And he's making it like he's starting to speak a new language. No in between, like, deep down, this is just a money pool. Like, all right, this is not what I signed up for. He's saying that the plans have to be updated, and I have to physically write, like, okay, I'm okay with you doing it, because he said if he removes everything, he doesn't want to get in trouble with the town or whatever the case may be. So he's saying that the plans have to be updated to say remove everything, so that he can do that. Now, the reason why we was trying to avoid that, of course, is for tax purposes. We was trying to avoid that for tax purposes, because if you build a brand new construction house, you know how they get you with the property taxes and all this other stuff, right? So we was trying to avoid that. We were trying to say it's kind of like a renovated house, a remodeled house. So in order for you to say that, you need to keep, I think, at least 30% of the walls or the wood or something like that. But in that case, everything is termite damage. Like, it's done. He sent me a lot of pictures, but I'll just show you what it looks like when we get there. So we're on our way.
I think that
to make it to current code.
2x4, you may have to use 2x6.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
send
he
the
told me
material.
that.
I do it, the new construction.
Yeah.
I put it 2x6
So we will
because
change
it's the new
everything
code.
to 2x6 and all of that. Yeah.
How long you think it'll take before Nika send that to him? Because we want to submit our permits, but we need the updated plans to do that. I'm going to go today and see if they'll take what we have now, but they're probably going to want the updated plans before we could submit it.
Well, we say maybe a week or something to
It'll
do
take
it,
a
but-
week.
but,
Can you do it before, or you want to wait until they actually have the
No,
plan?
let's ask them.
No, no,
Electric?
everything.
Okay, I'm going to tell the
depends
electrician.
Yeah,
on you
because
now.
In the house.
Okay,
100% he wanted temporary.
okay. Did you say Moses?
My advice to you is find out all this before you make up your mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Resubmitting these plans
Uh-huh.
is not the problem. As to whether you can build it is what.
Yeah, so get the quote for the
If I were
new
you, I
foundation.
would. Do you have a mason?
No. Do you have one that you recommend?
No, not really.
Jose, you have a
Jose,
mason you
have a
recommend?
mason too?
I got a guys in there.
Okay, so why don't you let your guy give them a price
Yeah.
to place the foundation, then your price to rebuild before you make your mind.
Yeah. Jose is not even talking today. What happened, Jose?
Jose's tired.
You're not talking, Jose. Okay?
I listen because, for my decision, 100%, that section needed in place and that section in the front. That one, I think, stay fine. That section, I think the house do it 3 additions. 1 and 2.
3 additions.
2 additions. That section is addition, 100%.
Yeah.
And the front is addition.
So addition means brand new?
No,
Yeah,
the guys extended the house.
Oh, this was an extension. This was an
Because
addition.
you see that footing.
Stops
is
there.
The footing is different. You
Then
see,
the rest.
That section
Okay.
is different. But you see that one. The guys when coming to do it, he never understand the
I
job.
don't think this is sitting on a good foundation.
No, I think the guys just coming to put the blocks.
But Jose, let me ask you: if you're going to use 2x6s, then all this is not good, isn't it?
The problem is the seal is bad.
No, but I think it's if you tell them this side is good, can stay, and you are going to use 2x6, how can it stay?
I put one new 2x6 sister to the wall.
You're going to sister it,
Yeah.
this wall? Then it's
It's the same,
It's a
the same
brand new-
material. Yeah, it's better. Do it,
Yeah.
the new one, everything.
Yeah.
tell her you have to redo all this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's all yeah.
This was the bathroom, y'all. This was the bathroom. This was the bedroom.
Then
This is the second bedroom. That's the first bedroom. We're standing in the living room. This is like the living room. And then this is the kitchen.
give you a price.
Yeah. Hi. How are you?
Good, I know.
Good.
So that we give you.
What's up, man? Good.
This is Moses, our architect, and you met Jose already.
The DC?
Yeah, so we got to kind of replace everything that we thought we was going to keep.
Mm-hmm.
And Jose says if he does it, some gas stuff needs to get removed. You said some gas. If he does like a full demolition.
I could do gas, yeah. You want me to cap it for now so you could do a demo?
Yeah, because I need to change. Take the electric. I think the
Yeah.
gas. Because
Well, the gas I didn't give you guys a price.
Yeah.
I gave you a price for the drawing you sent me
Yeah.
based on the silver and the water.
So he has to update the drawings.
Okay. Oh, and there goes the sewer
Yeah,
that we're gonna use.
yeah. Because before you didn't see it, right?
No. I thought it's that.
Yeah. So this,
You guys doing the right thing. It's all termite. It's all rotted out.
yeah.
That's the only way you're gonna do it.
Okay, you told you that when we go there, we're gonna ask them if then when we go, okay?
You guys have an update? I guess you got an update.
Hey y'all, so as you can see, I just met with the plumber, the framer, the architect. When the plumber came, I wasn't really filming that. And there's a lot of things that we have to consider here. according to these plans that I made back in 2022, we were only removing 70% of the house. So we were keeping 30% of the home, like the walls, so that it helps me with tax purposes and all that other stuff. But now, with all the termite damage, I can't keep any of these walls because termite infected walls, if you put new plywood on top of it, it's gonna get infected and it's like a waste of money. So you wanna do stuff the right way. Even though it's gonna be more expensive than we thought, doing it the right way the first time is always gonna save you more money than trying to just do a bandage job. And then as they did the demolition, they see that some additions were done in this house, like over here. This addition was done poorly. The foundation is trash. Like, look at the blocks. They just literally did blocks. The foundation over there does not look the same as the foundation over here. So a lot of things got to get done. And before, I didn't think I would need a mason because we wasn't going to touch the foundation. But now seeing how poorly done the foundation is, and now I have to get a mason out here, get some quotes, and get a quote on a brand new foundation. That's what happens when you do demolition. That's why some people really don't like demolition, because once you open up the walls, it's one thing before, but once you open up the walls, you start to uncover all types of other problems. So I just went to the zoning office, and they gave me the business card for the zoning officer and the building officer. None of them are in the office because they're out doing their inspections, but I got their emails. I'm gonna send them a mountain of emails. And then basically the question is, I asked the lady that's there, like, if we just update these plans, can we use that? And she said most likely they're gonna say no. My architect says if I plan on updating these, it's gonna take him about a week. So we would need the full updated new plans and then submit that with all the permits. We have all the permits completed now, but now it looks like these plans are invalid. Or we have other options. We can actually make this a two-family house. So if we make it a two-family home, we're gonna need all new plans. And last time it took my architect like 4 months to give me the plans. I hope that's not the case again. But we were looking at the comps for two-family, and it's something to definitely sit down and think about. And my architect was also talking to me about like manufactured homes. Like if you do all new foundation, you could call a manufactured home, give them the plan, they also have their plans, and see how much it'll cost for them to bring like a manufactured home and sit it on top of this foundation, and it has like panels, as opposed to building it brand new. So there's a lot of new options I have. I have to do a lot of homework. I have one mason coming out that was referred to me by my framer, but I'm gonna call at least 2-3 other framers, masons, to get some quotes. And just a lot of setbacks. But the good thing is once we get started and we have all the permits approved, we're just gonna go. So it's a lot of homework I gotta do over the next few days. And then you gotta wait. It's a waiting game. You gotta wait for the architect to give you the plans. Once he gives you the plans, you got to give that to the framer. Then he could do his material list, because the material list he has now, if we end up doing a two-family, a two-story, we're going to need a lot more wood, double the wood that we already have. And just to give you into perspective, like the wood that he quoted us, I think last year when I got the quote, it was around $8,900 for just the material to do the framing for the one-story. So imagine if we do a two-story and everything inflated from last year, is going to be double the price, or a little bit more than double. So right now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna talk to the zoning people. The permits that I have, I still have those demolition permits that they had since 2022. Right now my framer wants me to get the gas caps and the electrical wires moved, then he can come and do his demolition. And it's probably gonna take him maybe a day or 2 days. And then from there I can have a mason come get a really good look. But they can still see the job. And we're gonna once I get all those numbers, I have to write it down, then call the manufactured home company and see what the prices is looking like, and then from there make a decision. But I do think since you're doing it anyway, you might as well make it a two-family, because you're doing it anyway. It's gonna be a little bit more money, but it's also gonna be a bigger return. And there is a college really close to here, so a lot of investors buy homes around here and rent it out to college students. So it's a lot of opportunities. But yeah, that's what we did for today. So I'll keep you guys updated.